Gen Zs are thinking that they will continue to be leaderless and think make impact, watabadilisha laws and all that, is going to be impossible. They must come together and say, okay, tumekuwa na a month or 2 months of running these things without leaders, but now we want to have some leaders ili tuweze kusikilizwa. The government cannot be able to listen to everybody. We saw Ruto the other day on X trying to listen, but he could not listen to more than 30, 40, 50 people. He's only one individual. So, but kama wakichagua leaders, then wanaanza kufanya meetings zao na these leaders. They can spend a lot of time doing these meetings. The leaders can listen to them, and then the leaders can then present their needs, their requests, their thinking, their mind to the president. Sasa ni team safe gani? Hapo mko salama, mnaendelea vizuri, all is well, God is being good to you. Leo ningependa kuja kuongea kuhusu Gen Z. Gen Z wameweza kufanya what other I don't know, sijui niweke leaders, sijui niweke watu. Gen Z wameweza kufanya what other people in Kenya have not been able to do. Gen Z wameachieve a lot in a very short time. Probably in about a month. They have managed to bring Kenya to a standstill. Wameweza kuforce Ruto and his administration to come to listen to them. Protests zile wamefanya, sadly to the detriment of people losing their lives, including watoto, but they have put their lives on the line for the purposes of being listened to. The achievement that they have achieved, what they have accomplished is exemplary. It is awesome. It is wonderful. It is exceptional. However, kuna kitu moja ambaye imeweza kufanya waweze kuachieve. It is because they are tribeless. They do not work or go within tribal lines, which has been a major problem ndani ya Kenya. They are tribeless, they are partyless. Sasa wanasema actually kwa sababu wanaona Raila ameshindwa na ODM imeshindwa na mambo ya opposition, they are now the opposition of Kenya. Right? There is one thing ambaye mimi nakubaliana naye pale mwanzo, ambaye walikuwa wanasema they are leaderless. Walikuwa wanadai ya kwamba wao they don't have any leader, ni wao wenyewe wanajiorganize, wanajiplan, wanafanya kila kitu na wanaweza na wakaweza ku exert all those sort of pressure to a point that back at the Kenyan Finance Bill 2024 was abandoned and completely thrown out. That's a great achievement. They managed that without having leaders. Having said that, ningependa to say a few things. There has never been any movement, any group that has not had leaders that has ever mounted to anything. Tuangalie from wherever. Start at from Mau Mau. Mau Mau had its leaders. Mau Mau achieved so much to a point that ilisukuma mzungu arudi Ulaya. Mzungu aende Ulaya, Mwafrika ajipatie uhuru. Mau Mau. Kama ulikuwa huelewi. Lakini Mau Mau ilikuwa na leaders akina Dedan Kimathi. Wote walikuwa hapo. It is okay how the Gen Z started, but it is not okay waseme wataendelea kuwa leaderless. There is nowhere. Hakuna kitu ambaye inaweza fanyika without leaders. At some point itabidi wakuwe na leadership. How this leadership will be sorted and will be formed, I don't know. But Gen Z wao wenyewe hivyo walianzia bila leaders. Itabidi wakuje tu hivyo wa form some sort of leadership, because there is no way kila Gen Z atakuwa anaongea na I think atasikilizwa. It is not possible. By whatever standard, it is not possible to listen to everybody. So if Gen Zs are thinking that they will continue to be leaderless and think make impact, watabadilisha laws and all that, it's going to be impossible. They must come together and say, okay, tumekuwa na a month or 2 months of running these things without leaders, but now we want to have some leaders ili tuweze kusikilizwa. The government cannot be able to listen to everybody. We saw Ruto the other day on X trying to listen, but he could not listen to more than 30, 40, 50 people. He's only one individual. So, but kama wakichagua leaders, then wanaanza kufanya meetings zao na these leaders. They can spend a lot of time doing these meetings. The leaders can listen to them, and then the leaders can then present their needs, their requests, their thinking, their mind to the president. Hakuna in any way, form or shape a leaderless movement that can win. You can do things kama vile Gen Z wamefanya for a certain time, but it is very hard, because how are you then going to articulate your positions? How are you going then to say this is what we want? You can't say from every angle, because Gen Z wao wote, they don't think alike. Kuna Gen Z anaona hivi, kuna mwingine anaona hivi, kuna mwingine anaona hivi. But it is necessary for you to come to a place whereby unasema, okay, hii idea yako ni mzuri, tuilete hapa, tuishikanishe na hii idea ya huyu, tutengeneze hii idea. You have to come together at some point. But how they come together is only Gen Z that can put that together. But kusema nyinyi mtaendelea kuwa leaderless, I think mkisema mkuwe partyless ni sawa. Mkisema mkuwe tribeless is the best thing that can ever happen to Gen Zs. But leaderless, hiyo itawezekana. Kwa sababu at some point itabidi mkuwe kuna watu that can represent Gen Z. Katika hii nilifanya video I think jana ama juzi. I'll put the link here. Mtasikia vile nilikuwa nasema natoa suggestions. Nasema Gen Z hata saizi kama what they can do, they can just come together and say tunataka leaders, our flag, tunataka our leaders. How you will choose those leaders must be how you manage to go for a month or whatever without leaders. Come together and say tunataka huyu leader, tunataka huyu leader. It's not a problem. Mnaweza kuchagua 30 leaders, mseme 30 leaders tutawateremsha to 15. 15 ndio tunataka watu wakuwe kwa bunge, tunataka watu wakuwe kwa senate, tunataka watu wakuwe kwa cabinet secretary, tunataka watu wakuwe na kwa women rep, tunataka MPs, whatever. You can put that together. But kusema eti hamtakuwa na leaders, how can you then move on? Because the only way you can be in the government, the only way you can be in parliament, the only way you can be cabinet secretaries, the only way you can be MCs is by choosing people who can represent you. Hata saizi kama mnasema mmechoka na hii serikali ya these old people, watu wamekasirika kwa sababu Raila amekubali mambo ya IBC na Ruto, mnakasirika. So kama hamtaki hivyo, na kama mnataka nyinyi kusimamisha president wa Gen Z, how will that president be elected if that president is not chosen by you guys? You have to. Ni lazima mtasema katika hii county tunataka huyu senator, katika hii county tunataka huyu MP, tunataka huyu. You have to. At some point, mkubali ama msikubali Gen Z, you must choose leaders. No leaderless movement has ever gotten anywhere. It will start fire inaanzaga hivyo. Kwa sababu kila mtu kila mtu akona matawi, mko kwa process in your millions. That's fine. Make your minds hard. Simamisheni country kama hivyo mmeweza kusimamisha, mmeweza kucause government wasikilize, mmeweza kupatia watu masikio yenu. Now people are listening to you. Now when they start to listen to you, then you come together and you say, these are our leaders. These are our demands. What happened to Raila na Ruto is what Raila was demanding about, kama mnaweza sijui Gen Z kama mnaweza kumbuka, what used to be called irreducible minimums. Part of it was for IBC to be rectified, that the chairman of the IBC must be chosen not by the sitting president, but by a coalition, by interparties. This is it. So Raila had to endorse that. So Gen Z tafadhali, lazima mkuwe na leaders at some point. You cannot be leaderless. Leaderless Gen Z is not going to go anywhere. Believe you me, I'm telling you, hakuna. Ushawahi ona basi ambayo inaenda bila engine? Ushawahi ona train ambayo inataka kutoka Nairobi ienda Mombasa na haina kichwa ya kuongoza engine, ya kuongoza the rest of the bogies? Kama hiyo train iko na 20 bogies, it must have one head, ile ambayo inaongoza the rest of those bogies. You can't. Hawezi kono bila kichwa, haiwezi kwenda. It's only a cockroach that inaweza katwa kichwa and for 2 hours bado inatembea na nyuma inatembea haijakufa. But it cannot do anything. Anything that does not have leaders is not going to work. Hata ukirudi kwa familia, any family that does not have leadership cannot work. Sasa how do you guys expect Gen Z who are in their millions, in their 30s million ndani ya Kenya, waweze kufunction, waweze ku make change bila leaders? It's not possible. There has to be a father who is leading a certain family. There has to be a preacher that is leading a certain church. There has to be an imam that is running a certain mosque. There has to be a shopkeeper that is running a certain shop. Hauwezi tu kuja kusema, hey, si watu walijaribu ujamaa Tanzania ikashindikana. Si watu walijaribu communism Europe ikashindikana. It's not possible. You must have leaders in place. You must instill leaders. How you choose that will be chosen by Gen Z and only Gen Z, end of it. Lakini mkiendelea kusema ama mthink from a mindset that we are going to be leaderless, how then can you make effective changes? It's not possible. There has to be somebody. Na hata kama basi mnasema hamtaki hawa akina Raila, hamtaki akina Ruto, hamtaki akina Gachagua, then who do you want? Who do you want? Si kwa sababu sasa kama hamtaki Raila, si lazima Raila atakuwa replaced by another Gen Z. Who is that Gen Z? See, that Gen Z must be chosen by the Gen Z themselves. Si kama Ruto hatakikani, mnasema Ruto must go. Go where? Who is the Gen Z that is supposed to replace Ruto? Is there? Hakuna. Mko leaderless. Who is that Gen Z that is supposed to come and replace the cabinet secretaries? Position yourself. Put yourself together. I think you have done well. You've gone a milestone that people have never achieved. But now it's time for you to put yourself together. Make your hinges strong. Affirm the Gen Z by choosing Gen Z leaders. Let that leadership of Gen Z be there. Tribeless, partyless, mseme hii ni party ya Gen Z. This is Gen Z and these are our leaders. Now our leaders wakilete whatever, you can kick them out and put new ones. Yeah, too. Gen Z, I hope you get this message. I hope it resonates with you. Now I hope you understand ya kwamba without leaders you cannot go anywhere, because who is going to represent you? I'm Safeguarding Officer Jeff. I love Gen Z's and your spirit. I'm here. So in case unataka usaidizi, I'm here. Please subscribe. Tia comment yako useme, what do you think about leaderless Gen Z? Can they make it? I'll see you in my next video.